You think Jesus came to rule like a king? Think again. Because what happened on Palm Sunday was nothing like what people expected. Jesus wasn't riding into Jerusalem on a war horse. No golden chariot, no army, no weapons, just a donkey. And yet, the crowd went wild. Why? What did they see in him that made them lay down their cloaks and wave palm branches like he was their long-awaited king? Let's dive into the moment that changed everything. For centuries, the Jewish people had been waiting for their Messiah, the one who would save them from oppression, the one who would bring justice. They had lived under Roman rule for too long, crushed by heavy taxes, unfair treatment, and the constant presence of soldiers reminding them they weren't free. The people longed for a warrior king, someone like David, who would rise up and overthrow their enemies. But Jesus? He didn't come with swords or soldiers. He came in humility. It all started just outside Jerusalem. Jesus told 2 of his disciples, "Go into the village ahead of you, and you will find a donkey tied there with her colt. Untie them and bring them to me." A donkey? That wasn't a mistake. It was a direct fulfillment of prophecy. "See, your king comes to you gentle and riding on a donkey." As Jesus rode into the city, the people recognized what was happening. They grabbed palm branches, symbols of victory, and waved them in the air. Some even took off their cloaks, laying them on the dusty road as a sign of honor. And the shouts began. "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." The city was electric with excitement. But not everyone was celebrating. The religious leaders watched in anger. They saw the people praising Jesus like a king, and they hated it. "Teacher, tell them to be quiet," they demanded. But Jesus simply replied, "If they keep silent, the stones will cry out." With the crowd still cheering, Jesus made his way straight to the temple. He looked around at everything, taking in the scene. But instead of rallying an army or declaring war against Rome, he did something unexpected. He left. The people were waiting for a revolution, a political uprising. But Jesus had come for something far greater. He wasn't there to defeat Rome. He was there to defeat sin and death itself. Palm Sunday wasn't just a parade. It was a declaration. Jesus was the true king, but not the kind people expected. His victory wouldn't come through war, but through sacrifice. And the same crowd that shouted Hosanna would soon be shouting, "Crucify him." Want to see what happens next? Watch the next video to find out. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.